Welcome to Unit 5, Section 2. Our focus today is exemption from capital gains tax. Certain capital gains are exempt from tax, and some assets are also excluded from chargeable assets under capital gains tax. In this session, we are going to look at capital gains exempt from tax and assets excluded from chargeable assets under capital gains tax. By the end of the session, you should be able to state at least 4 capital gains which are exempt from tax. Mention at least 2 assets excluded from chargeable assets under capital gains tax. Let us look at some of these capital gains exempt from tax. 1. We have capital gains of a person or company to a total of 50 Ghana cedis. 2. Capital gains accruing to or derived by a company arising out of a merger, amalgamation, or reorganization of the company, where there is continuity of underlying ownership in the asset of at least 50%. 3. We have capital gains resulting from transfer of ownership of the assets by a person to that person's spouse, child, parent, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, nephew, or niece. Kindly take note of the individuals mentioned in the Act. 4. Capital gains resulting from a transfer of ownership of the assets between former spouses as part of a divorce settlement of a genuine separation agreement. 5. We have capital gains where the amount received on realization is within 1 year of realization used to acquire a chargeable asset of the same nature, referred to as replacement asset. And last but not the least, where part only of the amount received on the realization is used to acquire a replacement asset. Any part of the capital gain represented by the amount used to acquire the replacement asset less cost base of the asset realized at the time of realization. Now let us look at the chargeable assets excluded under capital gains tax. We have securities of a company listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange, and this is during the first 15 years after its establishment. However, it was proposed in the 2006 budget statement to extend the exemption to a period to December 2010. The current Ghana tax exempt status on capital gains on listed securities expired at the end of 2021. The tax exemption for capital gains on securities listed on Ghana Stock Exchange is to be extended by an additional 5 years with the aim of expanding the capital market and attracting investors. The extension, which follows the expiration of the previous exemption period on 31st December 2021, means that capital gains realized by investors from trading securities listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange would continue to be exempt from tax until at least 31st December 2026. This was captured in the 2022 mid-year budget. Then we also have an agricultural land situated in Ghana. Then we have trading stock or class 1, class 2 or class 3 depreciable assets. We treated depreciable assets under Unit 4. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. In today's lessons, we looked at some capital gains exempt from tax. We also looked at some chargeable assets excluded under capital gains tax. Hope you enjoyed this session.